Hello, replay viewers. Just getting ready like we do every morning. It always takes a few minutes to get started, so you can take this extra bonus time for your yoga practice to start taking some deep breaths, maybe wiggling the body and starting to come to the present moment. Hi, Danique. Hello. I was just watching Danique's morning show. Now she's here to watch my morning show. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Danique, do you have a profile picture? I feel like you're just an egg. You're definitely going to have the win for most hearts today. We were doing a little who can give the most hearts challenge yesterday. And now I'm just getting Facebook Live up and going. It won't let you change it. We'll have to look at it today, see if we can get one. And it's funny because it looks like there's two people here, but it's really just you and Eggbot. There was a bunch of people, they all left because, you know, I'm not even in the shot at all. Hello everyone, we're just setting up Facebook Live and we're going to get started in a few minutes. So if you want to start coming to the present moment, taking some deep breaths, please do that. And we do this every morning. I do have egg drop going, so if you comment, I won't miss it, even if it seems like I missed it the first time around. Alright, so we have and I'm going to do the meditation first tonight because we get most of our people right around 9 a.m. So I'd rather be doing yoga then than to be doing meditation, which when people pop in or meditating, they probably lose interest pretty quickly because I'm just laying there. So we'll start out with the meditation from now on and we'll do the yoga. We'll try that out, see how it goes today. Thank you for the hearts. I love them so much. Alright, live meditation and yoga every morning. Almost ready to go live here. Done. Okay. Thank you for your patience, bearing with me while we get started here. There we go. Oh, that's my butt. Okay. There we go. Awesome. So we'll get started with a meditation. It will go right until 8:45 New York time, so we'll be doing this for about 10 minutes. It's just going to be a silent meditation. You can lay down like I often do in the classes that I teach. And if it's your first time and you don't want to start with something live, you can go back and check out some of the replays and kind of scan through and see, kind of how the process goes and how everything works. So let me just get the laptop out of there. Awesome. All right. Finding a nice, comfortable seated or laying down position. Feel your body relax. We'll spend the remainder of the meditation in silence, healing our nervous system, and focusing on one object, perhaps a mantra. Perhaps the mantra, I am love. Inhaling, I am silently to yourself, and exhaling love. repeat your mantra one last time, focusing on the object of your meditation, whether you are working with the mantra or another focus point. Connect with that one last time, and then let go of the meditation practice, gently bringing your awareness back to the present moment, letting go of the future, letting go of the past. If you're laying down, you can roll onto one side and gently press yourself up to seated. You can make any physical movements you want to make. Same thing if you're seated. You can stretch out a little bit if you want. And then just come seated with a nice tall spine. You're playing hangman while we were meditating? I just learned that you could do that yesterday, actually. On Periscope, you can play hangman with the egg bots when somebody's using egg drop hashtag. So you can go in there and you just do hashtag hangman, and then you guess what letters, and it will give you points. And pretty cool. So let's make sure I didn't miss anything else here. A-Lorb, sending lots of love. Thank you so much. Klopnov, talking to Eggbot, good afternoon. Oh, Eggbot 5, that's a different one. I'm going to translate your comment here. Hello. Okay, was that Russian that you said hello in? Eggdrop's pretty cool. It will translate everything for you. Shalom. Smooey, that's a cool name. Hi. I don't know if you're still here, but hi if you are. Hello, everyone. Okay, so I think I'm all caught up on comments. Someone was just saying something. Let's see what that was. There was a Russian here. It was you, wasn't it? Or was that Spooey? What was her name? Schmoopy? Oh, good stuff. All right, so let's do our yoga practice now. So I mentioned earlier we're going to be doing our meditation first now, because on Periscope especially we get a lot of our people that come on right around 9 a.m. and we're often meditating then, so I think they just pop in and leave a lot of times. So this way we'll actually be doing yoga when we get the bulk of our people coming in. So hopefully that works for you guys. If not, you can watch some of my previous replays on Facebook or on Periscope, because I often do the meditation after the practice if you prefer that way. So I'm going to bring the blocks next to my hips. We're going to be working on these core exercises we were working on, I think, 2 days ago and 3 days ago. Hi all in Russian. Oh, okay, when I translated it just said hi. It looked like a lot more letters than just the word hi, I figured, but that's what it looked like. Is this Facebook Live? It's kind of weird how it doesn't, like I can't see any comments or anything. I'm trying a new phone on Facebook Live, so bear with me, people. Oh, he didn't speak. Okay. So we've done this before, but for anybody new, we're going to bring our blocks at their second level up next to our hips. Shoulders are down and back, open chest. Bend the feet and bring them to the mat. Oh, good to know, good to know. I'm learning Russian. Yesterday we were doing some Arabic. Awesome. So bring these so that your hands are right below your shoulders. And first we're going to start with reverse table pose. So take a deep breath in, get nice and tall. Actually, I'm wrong. Scratch that. You can still take a breath in to get tall. And then exhale, take your hands off the blocks, actually. We're going to lean back on our butts, coming into boat pose, balancing on your fulcrum, kind of the back of your glutes here. Nice tall spine, chest is lifting. If you want to take the extra core challenge, we're going to cross one leg over the other. Grab onto these blocks right under our shoulders. Hug the knees really strongly into the chest, deep breath in. And then exhale, see if you can lift up. And maybe do 3, like, oh, no. Okay, I tried to use my foot to help me and that did not end well. Hi, Dr. John. You came in at a really funny time. I was just doing the Weeble Wobble dance. Oh, if you guys were here the first time I tried this, the same thing happened to me. I like lifted up and just started swinging around wildly, so pretty funny, but I'm going to see if, Dr. John's going to give you a run for your money, Martin, for Hangman. Okay, so we'll try that again. Deep breath in. Well, actually, first come into your boat pose. Deep breath in. Now try crossing the other leg on top if you are trying this, bringing the knees into the chest. Grab onto your blocks, deep breath in. And then exhale, knees into the chest, lift up. Maybe you can tilt 3 times. Strengthening the wrists and arms. I'm going to do one more for good luck. Oh, okay. I feel my core. I feel it. Whew. Oh, Martin, stop speaking different languages. I have to... Oh, you're talking to other people in their language. Well, that's nice. As long as you're not going to expect me to translate everyone if you're going to do too much. Oh my gosh, that felt good. Alright. A little sweaty. I was actually getting sweaty during the meditation. I don't know what that was all about. Let me check. I know my cat's outside, so give me 1 second here. Hello. Yeah? You got something to say about it? She's very noisy. My cat's like 20 years old, so she likes to yell at me. Alright, so we have blocks next to the hips again, but now they're at their lowest level. And you're going to have your fingers draped over the front of the block, hands under shoulders. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, bring your feet to the mat, deep breath in. Exhale, press into the blocks, lift your hips level with your knees and shoulders, tuck your shoulders back, hug your shoulder blades together for reverse table pose. Don't let your head drop back. And on your next exhale, engage your core, hug your low ribs in, and gently lower down. Now bring the legs straight. Same thing, hands are right under the shoulders, fingers are hanging off the front of the block. Deep breath in. Exhale, push up, lifting just the hips off. And then if you want to go a little deeper with this, take a deep breath in. Exhale, put the cat on your belly. Exhale, lift your heels. 3 fast breaths. You can take 3 slow breaths if you're strong enough. I take 3 really fast breaths. Damn it, Martin. Having a hangman battle going while we do our yoga. We've never had that before, so she'll climb on my stomach pretty regularly, but right now she's demanding food and attention, so I'm going to ignore her for a moment. Finish our yoga practice, deep breath in. Exhale, press into the blocks. Engage your core, deep breath in. Exhale, maybe float the heels. Whew, I almost didn't get a full exhale on that 3rd breath there. Maybe windshield wiper the legs. Good, I'm glad you're paying attention also. Oof, my triceps. Woo, baby. I don't know if my armpits are shaped, so probably got a little pit stains in here. Getting rid of all the pervs and creeps. Show off my pits. Thanks for the hearts. I'm glad people like my weird sense of humor. Alright, so I'm going to try to move my blocks back a little bit because my hips shift back when I engage my core and lift my heels up off the ground, and that's normal. It should do that. But then my arms feel kind of forward, so you want to try to keep your hands where they're going to be right below your shoulders because that gives you the best leverage point. That gives you the most strength when your bones are in alignment. So we'll try that one last time. Deep breath in. Exhale, press into the blocks. Inhale. Exhale, float the heels, 3 breaths. I definitely didn't get that one done. But if we do this every day, we're definitely going to get better. We're going to get stronger. We're going to get more capable with these types of poses. And I think there's 2 more, but let me just check. I got my cheat sheet over here on the big screen, so let's see what we got. We did our boat pose. We did our table pose. Yep, that looks like everything. So we have 2 more poses here, and then we can just do our discussion like we normally do right around 9 o'clock New York time. So hopefully I didn't miss anyone's comments. I think it's all just hangman stuff. So I think we're good. If I missed anything, let me know. I saw that you thought it would be impressive if I put my cat on my stomach and that you're paying attention, so that's good. Multitasking, especially for a man. Men aren't usually great at multitasking, from what I hear. Oh, just kidding, that's not this one. Okay, grab one block. You're going to put it about 3/4 of the way back on the mat. If you have glasses, you're going to want to take those off so they don't fall off. Come onto hands and knees. The block should be pretty much right by your right foot. Spread the fingers wide. Nice strong hands and palms. Press into the fingertips, suction cup the palms up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl your toes under and lift up for downward facing dog. And then you're going to move that right block so that it's right under your foot. Inhale, left leg up, come onto the ball of the right foot. Exhale, knee to armpit, toes to wrist. 2 more times, back up. Knee to armpit, keep the knee connected to the arm as you tap the wrist with the toes. And do 1 more round like that at your own pace. After you get 3 on that side, switch your block to the other side. We're building up strength for handstand, so if this is too difficult for you, don't do it. Bring the left foot on the block. Whoo, that calf is tight. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to armpit, toes to wrist. 2 more times. I find this side a little harder for me, so if you're the same, in that same boat, feel encouraged. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And after your 3rd round, lower both feet to the mat. For downward facing dog, melting the heart forward towards the feet. Take 3 rounds of breath here. 1 more breath. And then lowering the knees to the mat. If you'd like to take a little child's pose here, you can. Sun greeting. Are you talking about sun salutation? We do sun salutation sometimes. Okay. Take a little breather here, maybe in child's pose. And then when you're ready, we're going to start taking our 1 pose up against the wall. I really desperately need to vacuum, so don't hang on my landing. I'm going to move this chair first, and then I'm going to turn the cameras over. And this is our last pose, so give it a shot. See how strong you are? Chances are good you're stronger than me. Okay, giant chair comes through your peeps. I don't know why we have such a heavy chair, but why not? A raccoon! My cat does kind of look like a raccoon, doesn't she? We always jokingly call our cats all these different animals, but raccoon is a good one. I love raccoons. We get a lot of raccoons around here in upstate New York. Okay, so let's turn this so you guys can see the wall. Okay, that looks good. Thanks for the hearts, yay! Yeah, raccoons are big. She's kind of small, but I feel like the raccoons around here get humongous. Alright, so it looks like both cameras can see the wall. Facebook's good, Periscope's good. For some reason I can't see the comments on Facebook, so I apologize. Yes, I love the cat heart eyes emoticon. It's my favorite one. I said that yesterday, so thank you. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love and the support. Now you're going to support yourself with your arms and hands. Facebook is a little whack, I agree, but I get people that I actually know, friends and family, who can actually come to the yoga studio and buy my services, because right now I don't have anything available for sale online, so I don't really make money no matter how many people show up to Periscope, so true, yeah, exactly. But I'm working on it. I like to get some information products going. Okay, yesterday, this was clean. Today, my cat has, she just, look at this. What? Every day. She just has the never ending, I take scissors and I just cut massive amounts of hair off of her. Makes no difference. She's still the fluffy queen of the north. Alright. So for this one, we come up against a wall with our butt and heels against the wall, hands flat on the ground, right under the shoulders. Gazing softly a few inches between the center of your hands. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, engage your core really strong. Feel your belly hug in, your booty lift up. Press your butt into the wall, and see if you can float your heels for 3 breaths. Whew! Barely. Ugh, the outside of my hips get tight when I do this, so I just have to stretch that a little bit. Definitely get some nice side stretches because I'm not teaching anything else after this. Okay. So we'll try that 2 more times. Heels and booty against the wall. Hands right under the shoulders. Spread fingers, strong hands, strong palms. Inhale. Exhale, engage your belly. Lift your butt up, come onto your toes. Press your butt into the wall. And see if you can take 3 breaths. Felt better. I'm going to keep my hands right where they are. Bring my heels and butt up against the wall. Take a couple breaths just to rest before we press up again. 2 more breaths. Maybe you feel your heart beating. That internal fire, Agni, we call this in yoga. And when you're ready, engage that belly. Lift the butt tall. Come onto the toes. Press the butt into the wall. And see if you can take 3 last breaths. Great. Excellent, excellent, excellent. If you're doing that with me, you're probably nice and sweaty now. Oh, good, 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 good. And that's the end of our yoga practice, so I hope that you enjoyed it. I'll be staying on Periscope to do some more discussion if you like. So thank you, Facebook. I don't even know if I'm on Facebook. It doesn't really look like I am. I don't know how to end the broadcast. I have no idea if I was live that whole time or not. Well, okay. Definitely not live on Facebook now, so. Oh my gosh, I'm so warm. I'm gonna drink some water. Delete Facebook. I just explained why I like Facebook. I don't really like Facebook. I should word that differently, but it gets me more clients than Periscope can right now. Ooh, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Get some water in your belly. Thank you for the kissy lips. Okay, I know you guys were probably commenting while I was up against the wall, so let's see. Yeah, someone took a screenshot. Okay, kind of creepy. But I won't say it's creepy because my phone does phantom screenshots. So like if I jump into your scope, a lot of times right away, it will just be like, boom, screenshot. And I didn't take a screenshot. Like I don't have any pictures of you guys in my phone. There's no screenshots being taken. But my Periscope is like, yes, this girl's taking many screenshots of you. So if I'm ever in your broadcast, trust me, I was not taking a screenshot. What do you mean it was a bot? What was a bot? The thing that took a screenshot? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? 007D, 007D was a bot? I didn't know that. How do you know that? You guys teach me so much. Thanks for the hearts, yay! Alright, let's scroll down here, see what else I missed. Seems like a bad idea. I think I'm probably reading backwards. Oh yeah, okay, thinking about rejoining Facebook. I thought you meant me bearing weight on my hands. I'm like, it's not a bad idea. Thinking about rejoining Facebook. Why do you think that would be a bad idea? I think you should. I think Facebook gets an older demographic for sure, I would say. Alright, so I think I did see everything. Yeah. Good. So I didn't miss too much here. Get back up to the top. So who won Hangman? Nice guy. Who's a nice guy? Dr. John? Maybe. I don't know what he said that you think was so nice, but I'm a girl, so. But I do think that I'm nice. So. You won Hangman? I'm not surprised. I saw your awesome Hangman skills yesterday. Thank you for saying I'm nice. So why don't I give you guys a little bit of information. I was going to make a separate scope about this, but I feel like there's enough people here I can share this. So it's called the 4 M's of Motivation. And I think I might have gotten this from Tai Lopez. So if you like Tai Lopez or you hate Tai Lopez, comment, let me know what you think of him. I really like him. I find him very insightful, and the parts of him that I don't like don't bother me enough to swear off of him. So I love Tai Lopez. I'm in the 67 Steps, and I'm totally gung-ho sold on his programs. So the 4 M's of motivation. So these are the 4 things that typically motivate you. So all 4 of them probably motivate you to some level, but each one is a little bit... Oh, hello. It's just Dr. John again. Okay. Each one is... You're going to have like your primary and secondary motivators, and the other 2 aren't going to be as important to you. So it's not unlike the 5 love languages, which I don't think I've talked about that either, so if you guys are interested, I'll just keep going. But first I'll start with the 4 motivators. So they all start with M. I'll go over all of them really quickly, and then I can explain what each one means. So there's mating, M-A-T-I-N-G, mating, finding a mate, or mating with someone. Mastery, movement, and material. So I think you probably know what mating is. That means that you're motivated by finding your person in the world, and that's my number 1 motivator. So I'm married. I'm very happily married. My husband is amazing, the most amazing man I've ever met. And creation. Are you saying that that's your main motivator? Oh, making babies, creating humans. Okay, now I'm with you. I thought you were saying like creation, like God created us or something. I was like, where are we going with this? Yes, so making babies is another way to say mating. And that for me was a big thing. You know, I didn't know my dad my whole life growing up until I didn't meet my dad till I was 19. And now we're good. Now I see him like once a year, and we communicate. Hashem. Who is Hashem? Is that a god? When babies are made, is that like the god of fertility, Hashem? So mating, that's my primary, and I think you get what that is. So that's just basically being like motivated to find someone who you can partner up with and do life together with, if you're into that. Some people aren't. You and your lesser gods. Me, I don't have any gods. I didn't say anything about my gods. Okay, so that's mating. That's the first motivator. Then the next one, I didn't say these in the same order, but I'm going to go in the order of mine because it's easier for me to remember. So movement. Another word for this would be freedom. So that's my number 2 motivator. Actually, it could be my number. Now that I'm in a happy marriage and we've been together for more than 5 years, freedom and movement feels like a lot bigger of a motivator because I've already gotten my mate. So I think it can shift as your circumstances shift. Like say you become, well, let me not jump ahead of myself here. I'll just leave that for when we get there. So movement, freedom, the ability to do what you want, when you want, where you want, how you want, with who you want, and say what you want. I mean, all of that, freedom of speech, freedom to do as you want. I'm pretty libertarian, so I don't really... Let me finish this. So I don't really... The video keeps looping? Is it doing that for everyone? Is it doing that for you, Klopnoff? And you said, do you believe in one less God than I do if I believe in one? I would say, yeah, that's a good point. You know, my God is lesser because I don't have one. Someone asked me the other day, is yoga your religion? And I told them that yoga isn't a religion, but if it was, I suppose that would be my religion. Because I definitely, with yoga, the main goal, and I think in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, he says that our main goal is self-actualization or self-realization. And we really focus on that a lot in yoga. Actually, my yoga teacher gave me the spiritual name Atma Jyoti, which means not the light of the true self. And that's because that's what I don't really study Maslow, I just have a really good memory, so I remember my psychology class from when I was like 17. 10 years ago or 9 years ago. But I remember things that I find are interesting, which oftentimes is things that are psychological in nature. I love psychology. Yeah, thank you. So Atma is the true self in Sanskrit, and then Jyoti is like the light, divine light. So I really appreciated that because that's really, I learn about self-development. I read pretty much all nonfiction. I'm always trying to learn from other people. Like Dr. John has taught me some stuff. Martin's taught me some stuff. I downloaded Hacker's Keyboard because of Martin yesterday. So I just love that. I love learning so much. I always want to connect with people. Let's learn from each other, see what we can learn. Dr. John, you have a lot of really cool stuff on your page that I've never heard of. Like I didn't even know there were people that thought the earth was flat still. I don't know that I think the earth is flat, but I think that was pretty interesting that you're sharing alternative news and alternative information, alternative media, which I totally love, even if I don't know that I agree with it. And I don't know that it affects me if the earth is round or flat. So as long as I don't float off of it, I think I'm pretty happy with where I am. I love my life and I love my earth. So that's movement freedom. People who are probably more conservative politically, they don't want to have the man telling them what they can and can't do and when they have curfew and all of that. You're not supposed to know that you don't even know when it comes to that topic. I don't know what that means. I'm not supposed to know that I don't know. Oh, okay, so it's a Nixon quote. I was going to say, like, that, I don't know what that means. Apparently I don't know enough Nixon, though. I just finished reading a book, Jacqueline Kennedy's book. It wasn't her book, but it's a book about her. It's called Jacqueline Bouvier Kennedy Onassis, The Untold Story, and it's all about her life. She was right next to JFK when he was assassinated, which many of you probably know. But to read the stories of her intense PTSD after that for 31 years, it was just fascinating. PTSD wasn't a thing yet. They didn't actually have that diagnosis until, I don't know if it was completely after Vietnam or during Vietnam. With the soldiers coming back, they started to realize there was a lot of similarities with the nightmares and the vivid recollections, the vivid memories. So they decided then eventually to come up with the diagnosis PTSD. And I'm sure there's an interesting story about who invented who defined PTSD and how it came about, but I don't know that story, so maybe you know the story, Dr. John. You can talk about it on one of your broadcasts if you want. I know it's kind of annoying to have to like type in a bunch of stuff, and Periscope only lets you do like 140 characters, I think, so you don't have to type everything back. You can just talk about it in yours, and maybe I'll catch it. So that's the second motivator, movement and freedom. I know now I'm just talking to John. I mean, it's like me and an Eggbot, so. And then the third motivator is mastery. So mastery is being like the best, it's status. Everyone knows your name, everyone knows who you are, everyone wants to be you, everyone wishes that their life was like yours, that type of a mastery, like you're the world-renowned expert. So you don't really care so much about if you find love or if you have a whole lot of freedom, because you really just want to be the best. And even if you're the best, despite all of these regulations, maybe you're still happy because your primary motivator is mastery and status. And then the last one, and these can be in any order for any person, and I think Eggbot left us too, it's kind of weird. And then the last one is material, which is pretty obvious. That's things like money, cars, houses, owning your own island and stuff. I don't know why my screen says there's only one person then. I don't know. Well, I'm glad that he's here. I can tell he's still here because I just saw that pop up on my screen, but... Nope, he's not gonna do it. He's ignoring you. Maybe we offended Eggbot, not sure. Sometimes that could happen. Oh, there he is. Hey, you cute little Eggbot. What is the word? Interesting. Yeah, what is it? Did you already say bee? I don't know why I'm seeing broom, but it's probably not broom. Let's see. I don't know. I think you got me stumped. Game over. My fault. My bad. I wonder what it was. Maybe it'll come to, you know how things always come to you in like the middle of the night when you're trying to sleep, so maybe that'll happen. Alright, that's the 4 motivators. Now, if anyone cares, I can quickly cover, I still got about 15 minutes, so even if you jump off, don't feel rude or anything. I know how it is with broadcasts. Sometimes it's like something comes up, you gotta go, so that's okay if that happens. You can always check it out on replay, or we can talk about it a different time. So 5 love languages, really fast, I'll fly through them again. Physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, quality time, and gifts. So this is from the book by Gary Chapman, who was a marriage counselor for over 20 years, I believe. So he definitely knows about relationships, what types of things bond people, and what types of things tear them apart. So your love language is the language that you best give and receive love. Excuse me. So when someone wants to communicate love to you, and they use their primary love language, and your primary love language is something different, you might actually end up missing each other, missing the point. You don't even feel the love they're trying to give you, and they're frustrated because they're like, I'm doing all this for you, I'm giving you all this love, I'm so awesome, I'm so loving, and they're like, you don't love me, I don't even know that you love me. It's really kind of this cool dynamic. When I read this book, it changed the way that I see everyone. I feel like everyone I see, I can tell, okay, they either have quality time or gifts or physical touch, what's their love language and how can you best communicate to them in that love language, because it's efficient. It's the most efficient way to show love. Tell people what your love language is. You can go online, it's totally free, www.5lovelanguages.com, the number 5, and you can figure out about your love languages. You figure out what they are, and then you can tell your loved ones so that they don't waste a bunch of time showering you with gifts, and you don't even care about gifts. Maybe you don't even like gifts. English. I don't know why you said English. English. Okay, well, English, I guess. Just briefly to touch on each one, they're all pretty self-explanatory, but physical touch is someone who would much rather get a massage or a back rub or a hug. They might be pretty touchy-feely. They might not have a whole lot of respect for personal space. They might be like a really close talker or something. And those are physical touch people. So you always have to be careful. Physical touch is a touchy one. You should always err on the side of conservatism with touching people. Don't assume that they want to be touched. So that's probably more for people you know a lot better, and then you start to realize, oh, they always want me to give them a massage. Like, physical touch is probably their love language. And that's my number 1 love language, as well as my husband, which is probably why we work so well together. And both of our last love language is gifts. And gifts is giving and receiving gifts. Either way, a lot of people I find, they love to give gifts, but they don't like to get gifts, they say. But I think that our society really demonizes materialism and wanting things and having desires. So I think that it's fine that they want gifts. I just think that they're a little bit maybe in denial about what they really want. And then so for us, when we have like anniversaries or birthdays, whatever it is, Valentine's Day, we don't buy each other gifts because we don't really like that. We have a massage table and we give each other massages for like every special occasion that we have. So I think that's a pretty cool way to accommodate it. It's a good example of how to match up your love languages and feed off of that. And then I think no one's here, but I'm just going to keep saying it because I love to talk about the love languages, and maybe someone will catch this on replay. So the second one is words of affirmation, and this is encouraging words, things that build you up, things that feel uplifting. You're so pretty, you're so hot. I say to my husband a lot, you're hot and sexy, because it's like you also, when in your love, your spousal relationship, you also want to make sure that you're like keeping that flirting kind of energy going, especially because both of our second love languages is words of affirmation. So we have to be careful that we're not short with each other as much as we can, not to say anything mean or rude that we might regret and want to take back later, because we know that we won't be able to take it back. It's going to be in that person's head, and they're going to know that you said that forever. So you have to be really, really careful with people who are words of affirmation. Keep that tongue under control. And then we have 2 more. So we already talked about 3. And then we have acts of service. So this is when you do something for someone. Could be washing their car, doing the dishes, doing the laundry, vacuuming the landing with all the cat hair, tidying up the home, doing things for the person. Say they have to run to Walmart and get some groceries and they're feeling really, oh God, I gotta do this, gotta do this, gotta do this. Maybe you can go to the grocery store for them. That's an act of service. So a lot of time I feel like acts of service is pretty closely related to gifts. So they may or may not involve some type of monetary contribution when you do an act of service. It doesn't have to, but I do find that those two love languages tend to overlap a lot, where someone, they go to do something for someone and they end up buying something as well. So it's both. You get a little bit of both in there. And then if you give them a hug, you got physical touch in there too. And say something nice. Then you have 4 of the 5 that we've talked about. So the last one that I'm going to talk about, or the last one there is, because there's only 5 love languages, is quality time. Now this one is tough for me because it's my second to last love language, and I always forget that people want quality time. To me, I'm very aware of time. I always want to be really efficient, really spend my time well. So if I'm just like hanging around with someone and we're just talking, especially if we're not talking about like ideas and learning from each other, but we're just talking about like people that we know, did you hear so-and-so broke up, like that. To me, I don't like that. And I would say that's not even really quality time. But some people really love that. I mean, some people, even if you just sit with them to watch a movie, they're going to feel like you're spending quality time with them because that's what they want to do, and they know that you're taking time out of your day to do that with them. So quality time is a big one. And if there's someone in your life that quality time is their love language and it's lower in your list, make sure you do it. I have to remember this with my mom, my grandma. In particular, those 2 people I know, they have really strong quality time aspects. I think my friend Angel actually falls into this category as well. So I just have to make sure that I spend time with these people, because even though it doesn't mean anything to me, really, I don't really feel like I love them any more or less if I spend time with them. But to them, they feel more like I love them when I do that. So that's really important. You want to make sure that you're communicating love to the people you want to communicate love to in the language they can best receive it in, as opposed to the language that you best speak in, and it might not do anything for them. And I do think that if you're single and you're looking for relationships with people, go on 5lovelanguages.com, figure out your love language, have that in mind, and as you meet people and you start to interact with people, you can start to pick up. You can just ask them, have you heard of the 5 love languages? Do you know what yours are? A lot of people have heard of this. It's a best-selling book. It's been around a while. A lot of people know about the 5 love languages. And if they don't, you taught them something, and that now they're a little bit smarter for it, and then they can go take the test, and you can see if you're compatible. Because if your primary love language is their 5th love language out of 5, or vice versa, it's going to be pretty hard to make that relationship work, because it's always going to feel like it's more labor intensive to show them love than it would be if you guys had the same love languages. And I'm not saying that relationships where you have opposite love languages can't work. I'm just saying that it might be harder. And why make it harder on yourself when you can make it easy? Tell them what your love language is, figure out what theirs is, and then you guys can give and take really efficiently. And on that, I think I'm going to log off and get this book finished. I forgot it at the yoga studio, so I'm going to have to figure out something with that. And then Danique is coming over again later, so Danique will be here, probably be doing some yoga, maybe some cooking. So stay tuned for that. Definitely follow me. Check out some of my replays. Let me know what you think. Send me love. I love hearts. Let's see who sent the most today. I like to do a little announcement at the end. Wow, I definitely thought Dr. John was going to have it, but Klopnock took the cake with 546 hearts. And then Dr. John had 447, 007D with 234, and the lovely Miss Danique, who's coming over later today, sent 185. So those are the honorable mentions for today's broadcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great day. I will talk to you tomorrow, or actually later today.